Hello, and welcome to the demo of VMware Tanzu SQL with Postgres for Kubernetes. My name is Jemish Patel, and I am the tech lead for Tanzu SQL at VMware. In this demo, we are going to see how easy it is to deploy the Tanzu Postgres operator to a VMware certified Kubernetes cluster of choice. The steps here are laid out and they are very straightforward. First, you must download the software. Uh, the software is a Helm chart as well as two container images, so we must pick a container registry to use. In this demo, I am using gcr.io or the Google Container Registry. I then choose to have a cluster. In this case, the demo is going to be talking to TKG or the Tanzu Kubernetes Grid, which is running on AWS. And then we will supply some credentials for the TKG cluster to be able to talk to the container registry and install the Postgres operator. As discussed, let's take a look at what I have downloaded here. And looks like it's pretty self-explanatory. The images live in the images folder and the Helm chart lives in the operator folder. Pretty cool. It also comes with some values .yaml that we can look at in a little bit. But let's go ahead and set up our TKG cluster connection. So for that, I will go ahead and get credentials from my cluster. Um, I will be using a cluster called Postgres Kate's Cluster Release. That's the name of the cluster we are going to be using for the demo today. As soon as I get the credentials, I should be able to set my kubectl config, and there we are. I will go ahead and do that so that I can now go ahead and query the Kubernetes cluster and make sure that I am talking to it. Yep. Uh, I just want to make sure I show you that this is actually a 6-node, 3 masters, 3 workers uh, cluster running TKGM on AWS. And it's running Kubernetes version 119 from what we can see here. All right, so let's go ahead and set up a quick watch here so we can we'll use the left-hand screen to watch while we drive from the right-hand side of the screen. Okay, so let's first go ahead and take a look at that values file. And looks like there are a few places, a few variables that we could work with, specifically the Postgres operator image repository and the Postgres instance image repository, as well as the credentials for if I was to override any of these registries, I must provide some sort of a secret. So that my Kubernetes cluster could go ahead and pull those images when it needs to from that container registry. So in this case, I did say I was going to use gcr.io. So I do have my overriding properties or values right here for the operator image repository and for the Postgres instance image repository. We're going to point them both at gcr.io. The version I don't need to specify since I didn't really change it, but I just left it there for posterity's sake. Awesome. All right, so I think we have everything ready to go, and we will go ahead and install the Postgres operator. So for this we are going to be using Helm, and since it's a Helm chart, and as we see on the left-hand side here, we start seeing some containers getting created. And there we have it. We are running. So let's take a look at what was deployed. We have a replica set with one pod in it. And here's the name of the pod. And we have a Postgres operator along with a webhook service running for it. Excellent. One last thing I forgot to mention or show you was the actual secret that was used to pull the image registry, and that actually was called the reg secret in our values.yaml file. And so I just wanted to show you that there is a reg secret. It's a Docker config type secret that points to gcr.io. These are the keys to get images out of the gcr.io repository that I'm using for this demo. Excellent. So now, just to reiterate, I had downloaded version 110 of the Tanzu SQL Postgres operator codebase, and I had used gcr.io as my container registry. I used a 6-node TKG cluster to deploy the Helm chart of the Tanzu Postgres operator, and I used a registry secret to point the cluster to provide access to the container registry that I was using for the demo. Um, Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed, and hopefully you keep coming back for more. Thank you for watching.